Silverstone was a very tough first race for us this year. With number one on the car as world champions, we wanted to start the season in a good way, and we were. We had a very nice lead, 40-second margin, which is not easy to get. But then, Brendan on hour 3, so halfway through the race, he managed to touch a back marker, which is very easy to do. There's a few gentleman drivers in slower cars, and with the 919 Porsche, it's a really quick car. So he touched him. It was a nasty accident. Lucky that Brendan was okay, and we've got to dust ourselves down and get ready for the next one in Belgium this weekend. Yeah, are we confident we can bounce back in Spa? Yeah, I believe we can. I think that we had a good test this week also in Aragon, where with a lot of mileage the car is getting quicker and quicker, which we're happy with. We're not underestimating the opposition, but the fight at the front is very tough now, with Audi, Toyota and Porsche really going at each other's throats pretty strong. So the next two races will be very interesting, obviously with Spa and then the big one in Le Mans. But Spa is really a warm-up for Le Mans also, so we have to bounce back from Silverstone, but also we have to show what we can do for the Le Mans 24-hour in June. Yeah, I mean, we showed last year that with a difficult start we could still win the championship, but we were very keen in Silverstone to say let's not do what we did last year and have a tough start, but that's actually what's happened. So we're going to try and get the points back pretty quickly in Spa. But also there's another race this year. So last year there was 8, this year there's 9, so the points are spread out a little bit more, which is beneficial for us. But we definitely need some strong results in the next 2 races. I think the biggest threat for our title this season is actually the sister car, Car 2, and also Audi. I mean, Audi are extremely strong. I think Toyota have really focused their car on Le Mans only, so let's see how they perform there, because of course that's a big race that everyone wants to win, including us at Porsche, to go for our record 18th victory, which would be incredible for Porsche. But over the course of the whole season, of course, we have the sister Porsche and the 2 Audis. Lewis hasn't really fired yet. He hasn't really got a clean weekend under his belt, so he's been a little bit on the back foot in the first 3 races. And Ferrari as well, they haven't really fired as we expected them. So Nico has made the most of the opportunity, and that's what it's about. And I think Red Bull are sleeping there. They're going to really come in the next part of the season from probably Monaco onwards. They look extremely competitive. So yes, I think there'll be different winners. Mercedes won't win every race this year. Ferrari and Red Bull definitely have a chance to win Grand Prix, no question about it. But the championships, of course, look very safe with Mercedes. Will Nico win the championship? He has a great chance. I mean, he's in good shape. He has nice momentum. It's a super long season, obviously, so that's going to be tough for him to maintain this form over the course of 10 or 11 months. But Lewis, he needs to obviously, and he will want to start winning soon as well. Well, in Formula One, we always had teams dominating for a long period of time. I think we had the Williams era, we had McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull, and now we have Mercedes. I think the thing to focus on is the racing, the quality of the cars. The drivers have to be excited, the drivers have to be passionate. And if we have these components in, you're going to have still a little bit of domination at the front, but we have to make sure that the whole concept is something that people love to enjoy and watch. And that's the essence of the sport. It has to be cutting edge, it has to be, of course, futuristic, but it has to be the fastest show on earth by a long way, and that's what we've got to work towards. Well, I think, is it better to have more tyre testing? I'm not sure. I think it was good in terms of controlling costs that they had a bit less testing in Formula One, but they probably went too far. So to have a little bit of in-season testing is nice for the teams. But I think there's still too much talk about tyres. We talk about tyres too much in Formula One. We need to talk about, obviously, more the drivers, of course, the cars, but we constantly are talking about the tyres. And in Shanghai, there was a lot of overtakes, but if you ask the drivers, really, are they genuine overtakes? Not really. They can really pick where they want to pass, because if a tyre, either old tyres or new tyres, that's the difference in the pace. And the drivers really only race really in the first 2 laps and the last 10% of the Grand Prix, because in the middle of the race they are managing things. They are managing batteries, they're managing tyres, they really cannot push to the limit. And this is the part of the race we also need to look at, that it's not fabricated. If I ran F1, how would I organise qualifying? I think that the thing is, it's really heavily pushed around TV. And do we need 1 hour to qualify the cars? No, we don't. But the problem is we have 1 hour for TV. And how do we manage to work that out? So we need many attempts from the drivers. We need to make sure that the drivers can push to obviously the absolute maximum, and they have a chance to go to the last minute against the clock. So if you have 5 sets of tyres and you have the drivers running for easy the last half an hour to the limit, then that would be good. But we still have this half an hour problem to have the teams that are not running at the front. So Q1, Q2, Q3, yes, that works, but we still need to make sure the drivers have many options to fight back and push the time up as best they can. And not also have a limitation on tyres for tomorrow's race, because we're not really interested in confusing the race with qualifying. Qualifying is pushing to the limit and having the maximum from the driver on the day, and not have the consequences of not tyres for the next race. I mean, what's the problem with that?